Morning, everyone. Barb here from Colorado. Hope everybody's having a great day so far, whatever time it may be in your corner of the world or when you're watching this. Today, we're going to be working on some twists, some folds, with a focus on our core. So we're going to be doing a core-focused practice. It's going to be slow and intentional. We're going to do some standing. We're going to do some regular poses, some floor work, but we're going to be focusing on that corset feeling when it wraps around your transverse abs, as they're called. They wrap around actually back to front, but I like to think of it as front to back and feel that corseting action as your belly button pulls in, as this all firms in and tightens. Perineum pulls up. If you're not sure if your perineum or mula bandha is active, think of when you're running in from the grocery store and you've got to go to the bathroom, that thought, that's that pulling up. So pulling up that way and then feeling everything tighten around as it comes in. We're going to start this morning in Virasana. I'm going to turn around so you can see. When you're coming into Virasana, a lot of us want blocks when we start our practice. Your sits bones are going to be sitting. The important thing is your feet, both the ball of your little toe and your big toe are reaching down and pushing into the earth. Okay? For many of us that have cranky knees, a block is a great friend. Not mandatory, but a good friend to have. For practice today, we're going to want to have our block, obviously. Blanket, always a good friend to have close by. And before we get started, grab your strap. We want your strap, and we want it wider than usual because we want our arms in our shoulders, in the sockets, and then be able to push against, but not coming out to a big wide, just so that you're pushing against it, okay? Little room to work, so to speak. Have that close at hand. We'll be using that soon. So as you come to your seat, adjust the flesh under your sits bones. The sits bones are directly on the earth or on your block. Check in with your legs. I like to bring my thumbs onto my calves and just push down and out slightly. It helps to bring that level to the ball of the big toe and the little toe so that you can have both equally pushing down into the earth. Knees, yogi's choice. Your legs can be together. Knees can be apart. For most of us, it's the knees that don't enjoy this pose or the tops of the feet. But if it is your knees versus bringing them together and being completely uncomfortable, preference is hip sockets where your femur comes in, is that you're coming straight out. Okay, so a little space is not going to cause the world to end. It's a better alignment for your body. Go for it. Hands, I like to create a basket. Tips of my thumbs to touch. Set those shoulders back. And then begin to set your physical body down into your space to prepare for your practice. As you settle in, making those subtle adjustments, whether it be to the top of your feet, to the location of your knees, closer or wider apart, pushing down into that block so that you can sit tall. Sit tall through your side bodies. And even with that, feel your belly button beginning to pull in. Shoulder blades are softly, gently laying on your back, which should allow your forearms to come right alongside your torso. Again, palms down, palms up, or a basket. In this pose, the basket is the traditional mantra. And then just begin to breathe as you take those subtle adjustments. Once you're physically settled into your place, to your spot, bring your mind's focus to your breath. Just checking in with your breath, checking in. Is it rushed? Is it dry? Is it moist? Is your breath full or is it raspy? Just check in with all those things, just noticing. So as we go through practice, you can notice the changes in your breath and in the stress in your whole body, how your whole physical being is feeling. Working your way to that 4-count inhale. And that extended exhale. Inhaling fully, feeling your ribs expand, your belly expand. Exhaling completely. Feeling your mula bandha pull up as your belly button reaches back. Adding in your ujjayi breath, if that's part of your practice. Eyes are soft to close. Two more full breaths. And that second exhale, release your hands down, palms facing back, fingers reaching for the earth. And with your exhale, bring those arms back in space. Fingers are reaching for the wall or whatever's behind you, couch, table. And the palms are starting to move up to face the ceiling. You should feel the stretch in your biceps from your elbow joint on the inside, up your arm. Inhale, bring it back alongside your torso. Arms to a T, and then roll those thumbs across the top as your palms face the ceiling. Activate your arms, and then from your armpit, from your shoulder blades to your fingertips, feel your arms move back in space. May not be a big movement, but notice that your hands, you should feel a tightness, an opening across your chest from shoulder to shoulder. Arms to center. Bring them up to a Y. And then feel those shoulder blades. Here it might be wide. Feel them tuck in. And bring those arms up actively. And then reach them back. Don't reach your forehead, your chin forward. Don't do the chicken. Just reaching those arms back. Belly stays tucked in. That corseting action is active. Not doing a back bend here. We're just focusing on the shoulders and the arms. Hands come up, take the bind. Biceps to hug your ears. Inhale, and with your exhale, reach over to the right. Now you're not going to go far because of being in Virasana, but feel the stretch from the hip to the armpit. Inhale to center, and exhale to the other side. Again, you may not go as far as you usually do. Just looking to open up those side bodies. Now back to center. Release your arms down. Maybe roll your shoulders. And then bring your hands, again, reaching down towards the earth. Bring them back. Move those arms back in space. Maybe there's a little more opening, a little less. Fingers are reaching for whatever's behind you. As the palms reach up towards the ceiling. Inhale, bring your arms alongside your torso, up to a T. And then roll those thumbs over the top, palms facing up, and move those shoulder blades. Your shoulder blades should be coming together on your back. Arms are active. Inhale, bring them up to that Y. Feel those shoulder blades wrap onto your back. Move your arms back. Your whole arm is moving from the shoulder blade, the arm socket, all the way through the fingertips. Think of it from your armpit to your fingertips. Everything is reaching behind you. Bring your arms up. You're going to take the bind the odd way, the opposite way. And exhale over to the left. Inhale. And exhale. Release your arms down one more time. Again, if it feels good, roll them out, move them back and forth. Get that movement in your shoulders. Now let's grab our strap. We're going to bring it over one hand. Reach your arms behind us. Take the bind. So you're going to see that you're bound on both sides. Just at your wrists or slightly above. Move those arms, but now pull on that. Doing our strap testing, trying to break that strap with our wrists as we lift those arms. Palms are facing towards each other. Should feel a big stretch all the way through your biceps, maybe into your triceps if you're lifting. Definitely feel a stretch in those arms. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Get your strap off to the side. Come forward, set your block. And we're going to come up, find our way to our down dog. This is your first dog of the day. Taking your puppy for a walk. Bend one knee, then the other. Coming high on the balls of your feet. Take those heels over to the right side and drop them down. Getting a nice big stretch through that left side body. If you're not getting the stretch that you want, bend to that right knee and push into the outer edge of that left foot. Deepening the stretch to where it feels right for you. Inhale back to center, high on the balls of those feet. And drop those heels over to the left. Again, deepening that stretch to the level that feels right for you. Inhale, come back up to center and take your feet out a step and maybe up. We want to be flat on our feet, or at least comfortably, okay? So your feet are going to come the width of the mat. And then your heels may not be firmly planted, but you want them down on the earth. We're going to take our right hand, bring it to our left shin, and come into a gentle twist. Pushing actively into that left palm, pushing down into those feet. And smile. Breathing. Coming back to center. And exhale. Left hand to right shin, right ankle, right foot, wherever it lands. Think of bringing that left shoulder under and that right shoulder is trying to reach back, but actively pushing into the base of your palm and your fingertips. Inhale, coming back to center. Step your feet in and come to a down dog just for a breath or two here. You may need to walk your feet back after that pose to find the appropriate spot. Heels are reaching to or towards the earth as your hips lift. Inhale, rise high on the balls of your feet and walk to the top of the mat. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Yogi's choice, your palms can stay on the earth. You can bring your hands forward. Tented your hands, your fingertips. Or if a ragdoll feels better. With your inhale, push down into the four corners of your feet and lift up. Rise up. Excuse me, apparently the world wants to interrupt. Come into your Tadasana. Take a breath here, push down into the four corners. With your next inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Plant your hands. We're going to step back, right foot, left foot to the top of a plank. And breathe here. Exhale, coming all the way down to the mat. Tops of your feet to the earth. Hands are going to come down. Arms are going to come alongside your torso. Palms are facing up. Forehead and chin are on the earth. Feel your pelvis push down into the mat. Push the tops of your feet into the mat. And as you exhale, begin to lift. Same thing. Reach those arms back. Breathe. And exhale. Come down to the earth. Hands come under your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Yogi's choice, come through table or up through plank to your down dog. So we just get our body moving. Inhale, rise high and step forward, right foot followed by left. Inhale to lift and exhale to fold. Root down through the four corners of your feet and rise up, reach up. Gaze up. Exhale to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to lengthen. Plant your hands, step back, left foot, right foot this time. Check in with your plank. Heart is soft as you push the earth away. Exhale, all the way to the mat. Tops of the feet to the mat. Push the pelvis into the mat as your arms come down. This time, palms are facing in towards your thighs. Push into pelvis down into the mat. Exhale and lift. Now think of that strap pulling the world apart. Exhale, release. Hands come under the shoulders, tuck the toes, come through table, come through plank, to your down dog. Inhale and rise. As you exhale, step forward, left foot followed by right. To inhale and lift halfway. Exhale, Folding in. Root down through your feet and rise up. Exhale to heart center. Inhale. Reach up, and as you bring your hands to heart center, come to a chair. Woo. Come to your chair pose. Sit back. Push down into those feet. Exhale and fold. Inhale to lengthen. Plant your hands, half step, jump back to the top of your plank, and exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to your up dog. Exhale to your down dog. Breath here. Step that right foot forward, plant that left, grab your block if you need it, and rise up, warrior one. Have your blocks handy. Inhale, straighten that leg, bring your hands to your hips, square your hips forward, and exhale to fold. Hands come to the earth or to the block. Inhale, lengthen. With your exhale, folding in. Trying to keep that flat back as you fold in. Left hip is reaching forward, right hip reaching back. Inhale, begin to bend that right leg, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back, top of a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to your up dog. Exhale to your down dog. Plant that right foot, step that left foot forward. Block handy if you need it. Warrior one. Finally turning your warrior one as we're here. Inhale, hands to hips, straighten that left leg. Bring that right hip forward, left hip back. Exhale and fold. Push into the ball of that left foot, bend that left knee and rise up, warrior one. Exhale, release your hands either side of your front foot, step back, top of a plank, come through your chaturanga or all the way to the earth. Inhale to your up dog. Exhale to your down dog. Taking a couple breaths here to check in and rest. With your inhale, rise high on the balls of your feet, bend your knees, half step, jump to the top of the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, folding in. Toes to touch, space between the heels, bend your knees, and come to your chair. Arms reach up in this version. Inhale to Utkadas, and exhale to Tadasana. Inhale, reach those arms up. As your hands come through heart center, sit down into your chair. Sitting back in that chair, feel the weight come into the heels, a little heavier than the balls of your feet. Belly's pulling in. Exhale and fold. Inhale to lengthen. Plant your hands, hop, step, jump back to the top of your plank, and exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to your up dog. Exhale to your down dog. Plant that left foot, step that right foot forward, rise up, warrior one. Inhale. Right hand comes to right hip, left arm reaches up. And exhale to fold. Hand comes to the earth, hand comes to your block, inside or outside of your foot. And exhale to twist. Inhale, begin to bend that knee, release, and rise back up to your warrior one. Exhale, release your hands to either side of your front foot. Step back, come through your version of a vinyasa. Right foot plants this time, left foot steps forward. Rise up, warrior one. Inhale, right hand stays up, left hand to hip. Square those hips and begin to reach. Reach forward. Grab your block inside your left foot or outside. May need a block, may not. Get that twist. Stack those shoulders. Last but not least, left arm reaches up, gaze comes up to your left thumb. Breathing is restricted here as we're twisting. Inhale, begin to bend that left foot. Set your block aside. And warrior one. Exhale, release your hands to either side. Step back. Come through your version of a vinyasa. Taking a couple breaths here. Whew. Gotta adjust the heat. A little warm in here. Finding your breath in your dog. Bend your knees. Look between your thumbs. Half step. Jump to the top of the mat. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale. Folding in. Root down through those feet, toes to touch. Come into your chair, Utkatasana. Inhale up, exhale to heart center. Taking a breath, releasing your hands. Now this next series of poses, I would suggest having one block or two, having a wall. And most of all, just don't get frustrated. Do what is right for you. Modify as needed. Focus on your breath. Okay? Coming to the tops of our mat. Coming to your Tadasana. Take a breath. Inhale, reach your arms up, gaze up. And exhale, bend your knees as your hands come through heart center. We're going to bring that right elbow over our left thigh. Tuck it in. Come to your twisted Utkatasana. Pravrita Utkatasana. Now this is going to be the fun part. Don't overthink it. You're in your Utkatasana. Going to release our elbow. Hands come to heart center. Find that balance on that left leg as you lift your right. Come to that H. Arms release. Reach back. Roll them open. Reach them up. And from here, begin to come to warrior three. Now, if this doesn't work with your arms forward, it's too much on your back, bring your arms alongside your torso. One more big breath. Float back. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, release your hands down to the earth. Step back, top of a plank, and come through your vinyasa or stay in the down dog. Now, where you may use the blocks is in the warrior three and for your transition. Inhale, rise up. Going to step that right foot forward. Come to our Anjaneyasana. Gotta wind our way back out of this. Arms stay up. Transition your focus. Warrior 3. Breathing. Inhale, bend that knee, come through to that H. Arms come to a T, reach them back. Palms turn in, alongside your torso and reach them back. Bring your palms to heart center. Set that leg down and come right to your twist. Exhale and fold. Coming to a forward fold. Taking a couple breaths here. Coming to ragdoll or whatever arm style works for you. Hands to hips and rise to stand. Fun, wasn't it? Okay, for this next one, also again, have your blocks handy. You may want to use them, you may not. Just know that they're there to help with the balance. They're there to help with the twist, with the asana. Don't feel you have to use them, but also don't feel you don't have to use them. Even when the pose is a pose you like, sometimes the blocks help you find just a smidge more depth, a little deeper twist, a little better stretch, a little more stack in the shoulders. Okay? Coming to the top of our mat, coming to our Tadasana. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, half step jump, and come to your vinyasa or straight to your down dog. Step that right foot forward. Back foot prepares for warrior 2. Check in, pushing down into the foot, pushing into the outer edge. Strength is coming up that leg. Allows this knee to open and come to a little deeper bend. Gaze is forward. Activate those arms. With your exhale, right forearm to right thigh, left hand to left hip. Take a breath or two here. Open that heart. Think of pulling that heart through. Stacking those shoulders. Gaze is going to come down. Now, we're not doing our traditional. We're doing Pravrita Ardha Chandrasana. So our left hand is going to come to the earth. So as you sweep, maybe you grab the block, come to that long lunge, float up, and then your arm floats up. Breathing fully. Left leg actively lifting. Right arm reaching for the sky. Going to gently come back to our warrior 2. So begin to bend that right leg. Reach back. Whoop, untwist. Maybe do a little stutter step on the way. Warrior 2. Exhale, windmill those arms down. Yogi's choice, right to your down dog. Or come through your vinyasa. Then inhale, and step that left foot up, plant that right foot, and prepare for warrior 2 on the other side. Excuse me as I change sides, so you're not staring at my backside. Pushing down into the four corners, back into the knife edge. Pushing down into the ball, four corners, open that knee. Prep yourself. Left forearm to thigh, right hand to right hip. Pull in that core as you twist. Gaze is up, straight ahead. But feel this right shoulder reaching back. Gaze comes down to your left foot. Hand comes to here, or hand just floats. If you're not using the block, hand fingertips to come to your long lunge, and then take off in flight. Right foot is actively lifting, right hip is lifting, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Wobbling is a beautiful thing. As your gaze comes down, begin to bend that left leg. Step back, warrior two. Windmill. Arms down, step back, right to your down dog, or come to your vinyasa. Take a breath or two here, heels to touch, knees the width of the mat, and come on down. Come into your child's pose. Arms can stay active, or arms can be soft. Walking your hands back to your hips, grab your block on the way. Find your other block. And now yogi's choice if you're working on this with us. Fabulous. If you're not, run through, walk through, step through. But for those that are working on it, block height, please not on high, medium, or low. I'm going medium this week. I've had no lift in my tush. Whew. Get those arms. It's a little shorter of a dog when we're practicing. Bend, look forward to where your feet are rounding. Set your blocks to the side. Adjust. Activate your legs. Arms reach out. Reach up. And fold. Coming to a relaxed fold or an active fold, yogi's choice. Walk your hands back. Okay. Now we're going to do some serious core work here. Our core is nice and warm. We've been using it a lot more than you even realize. But we're going to do 2 different versions of Navasana and then one version of Jatyahara Parasvatanasana. So, first version, traditional, toes. Find that balancing point. Arms come out, or your arms can stay. Legs to bend. Arms reach out maybe, or maybe arms stay. Yogi's choice. Bring those shoulder blades onto the back. Pull that belly in. Straighten those legs. Tadasana feet here. You're almost dorsal flexing your feet, so your toes are reaching back for your shins and your knees. And exhale, bring it all in. Whew. Take a breath. Coming back, find that balancing point, lift your feet. Hands can be here, you can start right out here. Bring the shoulders back wherever you're at. Legs, shins parallel. Exhale, shins up, straight legs, toes reach back in a dorsal flexing motion. Toes are reaching for the forehead. And breathe. Gaze is soft. Exhale, bring it in, switch your legs up. Whew. Good times. Smiling is authorized. It's a great version One more here, and then we'll move on to the next version. Bring those legs up. Hands can stay in if you're getting tired. Arms can be out. Straighten those legs, or if you need to, stay here. Any and all versions. All count. Think of that belly working. In this pose, it's the belly and the quads. Exhale, bring it in. Whew, good times. Okay, for this next one, our feet are going to stay down. They're going to be isometrically pulling back as they're pushing forward. So you can actually see the mat move. I'm pulling back so much. But then when I start to push forward in the balls of my feet, it pushes it back up. So activate those legs. This is how your legs stay active. This one's going to have a various pile of arm versions. Stop where is appropriate for you. Go back to where is appropriate for you. Do what is right for you. Okay? So we're going to start. We're doing 3 of these. We're going to start so you can see how it fits. Arms in the traditional Navasana and lean back. It's all about your core and your legs. And breathe. Gaze is a little higher up this time. Nice neutral neck. And inhale, come up. Not so bad, eh? Fun times. Now for this next one, your arms can stay here. Arms can come out. Arms can come back. Okay? So for this one, we're actually going to start with our hands. Now I don't clasp my hands, fingertips just gently on the back of the head. Elbows reach out to get those shoulders in place. Push into those legs and lean back. Now, if this just feels like death warmed over, bring your arms to a different pose. Maybe you bring them out or back down. Find where you've got the right amount of shaking in your core. Shaking is a good thing. Inhale, come up. Lets you know that your core is working actively. Breathing, rest your forehead, rest your belly. As you inhale, push your belly into your thighs, sitting here. Stretch those muscles the other way. One more. Now again, we're going to add on to it. So yogi's choice, we're going to start here. Hands can come up in the Y. Hands can stay here, out to the T, or forward to traditional Navasana. Yogi's choice. Try it even for a breath. If you don't like it, don't stay there. Get those feet active, get those legs active, hands back, elbows reaching out, and exhale, lean back. Feel that belly pull in. Feel everything activate. Arms reach up. Arms back to center. Arms to a T. Inhale, come up. Whew, good times. Oh, that was fun. Taking a breath. Bringing your arms alongside and just gently coming back down to lay on your back. Now adjusting yourself for laying on the back, we're going to be practicing Jatahara Pravartanasana. Sorry, I never say it very well. Basically, bent knee, straight leg, soft knee, toe to hand. So I'm going to show you on the first side, okay? So when we start, we're going to always have our gaze up towards the ceiling. We're going to bring legs up straight. And then coming to the left side, left hip comes in, right hip moves down. So you're bringing those legs back straight and then bring them down to hover. Arms should be pronated so your palms are pushing into the earth. And just be here. Inhale, come up. Feet release. Realign your torso, and other side we go. Okay? Not so hard. Fun times. So bring your right hip to the midline, straighten your legs. Bring that left hip away. Physically see your feet turn. Then let those feet drop to or towards your toes, to your fingertips. Right fingertips. Left hand is grasping at the earth to assist. Core is active. Inhale to center. Release your feet. Take a breath. Center your torso. Left hip comes to the midline. Legs raise up. Make space from that right hip to that right armpit. And exhale, release. Hovering. If this does not feel good on your back, feel free to bend your legs. And inhale, back to center. Release your feet. Align your torso. Take a breath. Feel free to do as many as you want. We're going to do one more. Right hip to the midline. Legs lift. Left hip lengthens. Get those legs active, just like they were in our Navasana. Legs are part of this practice. Don't dump it all into your core. Don't dump it on your low back. Inhale up. Release your feet. Align your torso. And breathe. Left hip to the midline. Legs come straight or bent. Space between that right hip and right armpit. Exhale it down. Inhale to center. Release the feet. Hips, torso align. Stretch your legs out. Take a breath here. Arms come overhead. Take a nice full body stretch. Bring your knees in and gently rock side to side. Arms come inside your legs. Feet come wide. Hands are going to take the outside and come into a happy baby. Active at first, please. Pulling down actively on your feet. Feet are actively lifting up. Releasing your legs and coming to your Shavasana. Again, check in with your physical body. Make those physical adjustments. Shoulders tuck. Tailbone tuck slightly. Natural curve of the low back. Eyes are soft or closed as you return to your everyday breath. Feel free to stay as long as you like in your Shavasana. The rest of us, again, we're going to reach those arms overhead. Stretch first through one side, stretch through the other side, stretch fully through both sides. Bring your knees into your belly, arms wrap around your shins. Rocking side to side if that feels right for you. And coming over to your side, right or left. Using your upper arm to help you come to a seat. Coming to sit comfortably for just a moment, reflection. Bringing hands to heart center, bowing chin to chest. May your yoga practice be of benefit to you, and especially through you, a benefit to all others. Namaste. Thank you. Have a great day. See you next class.